Good afternoon and welcome to our Board of Commissioners meeting. We are so pleased that you're here with us on Tuesday, April 28th. It's now past 2 p.m. and I'd like to call the meeting to order. Today, we're blessed to have our invocation and pledge of allegiance from Andy Rogers, who's the Executive Director of Camp Westminster here in town. Thank you.
Hi.
Will you pray with me? Heavenly Father, we come before you today as this commission meets to decide things relevant to this county and this community. And we ask, Father, that you would allow us to set our egos and our agendas aside and seek your best for this community, whatever that is, and that we would bend to that we would give you glory and honor in it. So help us with direction as we need it, with wisdom as we need it, and with the discernment to act rightly according to you. And we pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Will you stand with me if you're able? Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Be seated. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, we have special recognitions and presentations. The first one will be Safe Digging Month proclamation for the Rockdale Water Resources. Okay, and I'll read it here if you'd like to come present. Yes, we'll do that. Okay.
Yes, all water resources. Come on up. Nobody hiding.
Oh, you brought your own sign. I love it. Fantastic. You want to come right here to display your sign? All right. So glad to see everybody today. All right. Whereas thousands of times each year, the underground infrastructure in Georgia is damaged by those who do not have underground lines located prior to digging, resulting in service interruption, environmental damage, and threat to public safety. And whereas in 2005, the Federal Communications Commission designated 811 to provide contractors and homeowners with a simple number to contact utility operators to request the location of underground lines at the intended dig site. And whereas the Rockdale County Utility Coordinating Committee, a stakeholder-driven organization dedicated to the prevention of damage to underground utilities in Georgia, promotes National 811 Notification System and Georgia 811 in an effort to reduce these damages. And whereas damage prevention is a shared responsibility, by using safe digging practices, the contractors and homeowners of Rockdale County can save time, money, and help keep our infrastructure safe and connected. Now, therefore, we as members of the Rockdale County Board of Commissioners do hereby proclaim April 2026 as Rockdale County Safe Digging Month and encourage contractors and homeowners throughout Rockdale to always contact 811 before digging to ensure safe digging to prevent accidents. In witness whereof, we have hereunto set our hands and caused the official seal of Rockdale County, Georgia, to be affixed on this 28th day of April 2026. Signed, Chair Janice Van Ness, Commissioner Post 1, Tawanya Smith, and Commissioner Post 2, Dr. Doreen Williams. All right. Thank you. All right, so we'll take a picture standing right in front of here. Yes. And then look in. Yeah. At this time, Madam Clerk, do we have anyone that wants to speak for public comment?
So we have one more presentation from the finance department prior to public comment,
Yes, we do.
which you might want to hear
Thank you.
this.
Yes, very
All right,
good.
Thanks.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, Commissioner William, Commissioner Smith.
Very
First
good
of all,
to see you.
congratulations for an excellent State of the County address today.
Thank you.
Very nicely done. So we have February data, we have March data for 2026, and then we also have year-end that Narendra Bhardwaj is going to do, the Deputy CFO.
We're looking forward to hearing from you, and I hope that our PR team can enlarge those numbers so that the column on my far right is not even on the page. So any enlargement would be really helpful if that's possible.
And due to the March data available, we're going to go into March if you guys can. Next page, I think. Because the quarter end it is there. So now the most recent data, we're going to go through it.
Okay.
So the ideal percentage remaining is 75%. Anything above that is in white category and green category. Green also have underexpend relating to the last 2 years March versus this March. Couple of greens that we have is election and sorry, just 1 second.
All right. Let's talk about this for a minute.
Sure.
So the ideal number is 75%
Yes.
remaining for the rest of the year to be spent.
Yes, 75%
Correct?
remaining. Yes, the first
right.
quarter is done.
So what's going to be shown is anything over 25%, which would mean just the first quarter,
Uh-huh.
you're going to have highlighted
Yep.
so that we can see any spending that's over the budgeted amount. Correct?
We will, yes.
Okay.
Anything remaining percentage which is less than 75 is going to be shown as blue category, which are 4 of them, and there are notes associated with them what they are for. Okay, and the first one is street lighting, and that is our billing for all the street lighting into this. And the next one is the agencies. These are quarterly payments, so that's the reason. And the other one is libraries, same situation, and the economic development. General fund as
So
a whole.
those 4 categories are overspending per month, basically, because we did advance payments. Is
Yes.
that why?
Yeah, we do
Okay.
quarterly payment, and we're doing it in advance for those cases, and I think
see,
we'll be
I see.
fine.
Okay.
General fund as a whole is trending nicely, I will call it. It's too early to project anything for that right now. We are about 4% or so underspent, but that's very, very too early.
And what
to
are
say
we
anything.
underspent?
I'm sorry, what?
What is the number for being underspent?
Underspent is about 4 point some percentage,
Okay.
but that's very unsustainable.
Right.
So,
You never know.
you never know. And
It's a collective effort across the county with all our elected officials and
Sure.
directors, so.
The special revenue funds and the enterprise fund, all 3 of them are very trending nicely. No concerns at all.
Okay, great.
I'm going to turn time to Narendra for the 2025 year-end adjustment because his familiarity with all the
Okay.
numbers associated with it. But I do want to say one thing relating to 2025 while he's coming in over here. Very interestingly, if you look at 2025, we know about 4.4 million saving. We know about its 3.5%. But the very interesting thing happened in 2025 is that overall general fund spent $917,000 less than 2024. Very remarkable when you look at it. We've taken care of our employees, public safety adjustments, and everything. With that said, Narendra is the one who's going to take care of
Can
it.
you just make me really happy and repeat that? It's so noteworthy that I think we should hear it one more time.
Yes.
It's so what?
It's very, very interesting and very, very noteworthy that it's probably going to happen once in our history that we are spending less than the last year, which was 24 fiscal year versus 25. 917,429 exact number. Very, very interesting. Anything else for me or?
I think that's good, but I think Dr.
Sorry.
Williams may have
Go
a
ahead.
question.
Sure.
So we spent almost $1 million less.
Almost $1 million less.
So where did the other 3.5 million come from?
This is the total general fund. So we are talking about 24 to 25 comparison, nothing to do with the budget. Budget was 124 million,
Okay.
and we spent 190. But this is an interesting fact when we look at not with the budget, with actual to actuals. comparing the actual spend of 24 versus actually spent for 25. Total general fund, not by department, total. So that is a very remarkable achievement that we did. And
That is excellent.
any other questions for me?
No, thank you
you.
for your hard
I
work.
appreciate
You
that.
and your team do an amazing job,
They
and we're
do.
grateful for the stability you provide.
And that's one of the main reason is that I'm having Narinder presented because of he deserved that credit. I came
Well,
very
thank
late,
you.
late
Yes.
into the year, and he doesn't.
All right.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, Commissioner William and Commissioner Smith.
Yeah.
I'm Narinder Bharadwaj, Deputy CFO, Finance Department, and today I'm going to present 2025 year-end presentation. Let's start. The first slide is executive summary of 2025 budget to actual. Approved budget for 2025 is 123.5 million. Actual expenditure is 119.07 million. Net saving is 4.43 million, which is 3.6% of the budget. County ended the year with 4.43 million in saving while funding new pay grade for public safety, COLA, cost of living adjustment for all employees. It shows strong fiscal discipline. Next slide, please. This is the snapshot of executive summary. The county operated under budget while maintaining service levels. It shows effective financial planning and execution. Next slide, please. Saving breakdown. Personal services and benefit 3.68 million, which is 83% of the saving. Purchased and contact services 0.22 million. Contingency 0.53 million, which is 12% of the saving, and purchase and contact is 5% of the saving. Next slide, please.
Can we
The-
enlarge that in PR if that's possible? Thank you.
Department by department saving, this is the gross number, 5.7.5 million. Total department wall is 22 departments.
So
And,
just to clarify, there was a total of $5.75 million in savings over 22 departments.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we took the
One-
increase through the cost of living adjustment for employees. And I think you said the workforce investment dollars.
Yeah, that's COLA, yes.
Okay.
And I divided these saving into 3 categories. First 5 are the top contributor to the saving, 400,000 and above. And the next 9 are mid-tier contributors to saving above 100,000 and below 400,000. The last 8 are smaller but meaningful contribution to the saving of less than 100,000. And I will name few. Fire rescue, over 1.6 million, and the area of saving is personal services and benefits, purchase and contact services and supplies. Next is finance department, over 634,000, the area of saving is the same. Transportation, over 609,000, the area is the same. Board of Commissioners, over 485,000, which is 8.4%, the area is the same. Parks and recreation, over 412,000, the area of saving is the same. Public defender, over 377,000, and the area of saving is the same. Clerk of the courts, 252,000, over 252,000, area of the saving the same. And probate court, over 183,000, and area of saving is the same. The next 2 slides are similar and no need to read the numbers. Let's go to the pie chart. This pie chart shows the department's contribution to saving of over 100,000. It shows strong operational disciplines. 17 departments are saving over 100,000 and 8 departments have saving less than 100,000. Next slide, please. Department by department overspending. Overspending is 1.32 million. And total departments involved in the overspending are 9 departments.
Can you hold on for our PR department to catch up real quick so they can enlarge that screen? And the PR needs to enlarge all the screens if they can for the public, please.
General services overspent over 690,000, which is 50.
Narendra, can you hold on 1 second so the public can follow along with
Oh,
the information? We could, okay. It'll be just a second. I think you were talking about the 9 departments that overspent on
overspending.
their budget, and you're going to read those in just a second.
Yeah.
So, thank you very, very much. Okay, go ahead.
oh, first number I can't see, I think.
S-
General services I can't see. Oh yes, now I can see. General services over 690,000, which is 50.27%, and the overspent area is county-wide utilities. Means
Right.
department has very
Increase-
little control
that's
on
right.
them, but I think in 2026 we have budgeted them same level, but 2027 we will fix this.
So that countywide utility increases for general services. I know that working with Director Hammer, we're looking at gaining efficiency through department bills being given to him so that they can more closely work with building administrators for oversight and control of the utilities. So I think
Yeah.
that will be a great move for the county.
And next is district attorney, over 193,000. These are lease expenses earlier paid by the grant, but the grant ended, and little bit overspent on personal services and benefit purchase and contact services and supplies.
I do know that in our district attorney's office, they've made a commitment to excellent representation, and so I think we're
Yeah,
hiring
I
in
saw
the
in
district
your
attorney's
presentation.
office because they're always looking for the top talent. But they also had some lease expenses that had been paid through grants. So we know this year that we'll be looking for opportunities there.
Yeah. Next is tax commissioner. They spent over 180,000, which is 13.64%, and overspending is personal services and benefit purchase and contract services and supplies. Personal services may be reason sometimes the vacancies are not budgeted because we do the snapshot, and that's why when they fill the vacancies, overspending.
Okay.
And sheriff office over 122,000. They spend money on overtime because when somebody leave, it's hard to fill the vacancy,
Right.
and they have to spend more money on overtime.
So we are also hiring in our first responders divisions, which is our sheriff's department and 911. But I wanted to note that he did a great job budgeting this last year for overage, because I think last year before was about
1.8 million of this year,
1.8
just
million
yes,
in
it's a great
overtime.
achievement. Yes.
So this is a significant improvement, and we appreciate the sheriff's office for their stewardship.
Yes. And the next is election. They spent more than 84,000 basically on poll workers. That's the election. And other departments are state court, human resource, emergency management, supply. They just spend little more than the budget.
Okay.
Next slide, please. This pie chart shows that departments overspending over 100,000. Overspending is concentrated in a few areas and offset by strong saving across the most department. Net result achieved 4.43 million in savings. In closing, strong financial discipline, financially stable, operationally efficient. And next slide, please. Thank you. Open for question.
Well, that is great information. If I had had those slides, I might have stolen them for the state of the county today. So that is really, really good news, and I hope many of the citizens will be able to get this information. Where could they see these slides? Where could we post these for their access?
So we can place these
You
on
can
the
put the
webpage for the finance department. We could just upload them because PR has them, so we could simply put them online.
Okay, well, I think that would be really exciting for citizens to look at the cuts that were made. We could not have done that without 22 different departments cooperating and our elected officials also understanding the focus of this administration, which is to be cost effective and find efficiencies within their own departments. This year, as we recognize those savings for last year, we were able to set our own budget this year as a board, and I think that's going to also hopefully trend very well as we rely on our directors and other elected officials to really analyze contracts and things that have maybe been in place for a long time and just need another look to make sure that we're maximizing our investment in those contractors and that we're also able to find those savings along the way. So we are so excited and appreciate every person that helped work towards achieving this goal.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I have a question. Is this is not an audited report?
No, this is unaudited,
No,
but
okay.
I hope this is going to stir maybe a little bit more saving may come. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're down to public comment. I have
All
not
right.
received any requests for public comment. Oh, but I see that.
We have one,
Miss
Miss
Gellert.
Charlotte Gellert.
Right, duly noted, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
I really appreciate the transparency that y'all have been given to the taxpayers. I'm aware of a lot of the behind-the-scenes work that goes on that the public doesn't really need to know, but because it helps us in the long run. I like that you're holding the departments accountable for our taxpayer dollars. I'm happy y'all. I'm seeing fiscal responsibility from y'all, and it impacts all of us through the millage rate, which
Absolutely.
the bottom line is the property taxes. So
Yes.
thank you again.
Thank you very much. And I know that I had a conversation the other day with a member of the school board and the superintendent, and they are working really hard to also put pencil to paper and figure out solutions and also find efficiencies at the school system. And, that is one of the largest parts of your tax bill, but we recognize our responsibility and take it seriously. And so, if the city, the county, and the school board work to do our very best, then I think we'll all be proud by what we are able to do for the taxpayers when the next tax bills come out. So thank you again for your good stewardship to each of you. All right, at this time, I will ask for the approval of the agenda.
I move to approve the agenda as published.
Madam Chair, I second the motion.
I have a motion and a second. Are there any questions?
No.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. Item number 6, approval of the minutes.
Madam Chair, I move to approve the minutes as presented.
I second the motion.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. There is no unfinished business, so we'll move to item number 8, new business. And Madam Clerk, if you want to continue reading through the contracts that we have today. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Item 221 is with Piedmont Healthcare through the Fire Rescue Department for EMT and advancement EMT clinical training for the fire rescue participants. This is at no cost and is for 3-year term unless terminated and then renewed in writing. Item 222 is with Affinity Insurance Services doing business as HPS0SO for the Fire Rescue Department. This is for professional liability insurance coverage for Rockdale County Fire Rescue, the students for the EMS clinical rotations at Piedmont Healthcare. It's in an amount not to exceed $995. It is for 1 year through the general fund and is a budgeted item. Item 223 is with Clifton Jeffries through the coroner's office for an independent contractor agreement for the deputy coroner. It's on an as-needed basis. It's $175 per call. It's for 1 year with option to renew 4 additional 1-year periods, renewable each year unless terminated. This is through the general fund and is a budgeted item. Item 224 is with Corbett Davis through the coroner's office as an independent contractor agreement for the deputy coroner. It's an as-needed basis as $175 per call. This is for 1 year with option to renew 4 additional 1-year periods. It's renewable each year unless terminated through the general fund and is a budgeted item. Item 225 is with Kickin' It LLC through the Parks and Recreation Department for the use of Costly Mill Park for filming. It's $4,400 in revenue to the county. The term is January 30th, 2026. This is through the general fund and is submitted for ratification. Item 226 is with Open Hand Atlanta through the Parks and Recreation Department for the 2026 home delivered meals. It's at $4.95 per unit in an amount not to exceed $86,835. For the senior services, anticipates ordering 17,542 meals. The term is June 1st, 2026 through May 31st, 2027. This is through the general fund and is a budgeted item.
Madam Clerk, can you hold on for a minute?
Yeah.
So if we could take these to this point, I'd like for Director Christine Carney to talk about the meals and also how seniors who are interested could get on the list if they would like to receive meals.
And I also want to point out, Madam Chair and Commissioners and Director Carney, we have a representative from Open Hand with us today too in the audience.
Look at that. Okay. If you want to come forward, we'd be glad to hear more about the program, and then if you'll talk about a connection for seniors.
Or a duet, right?
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Yes, it is, right? Thank you.
Madam Chair, Commissioners, Open Hand has been around for almost 38 years, providing medically tailored meals and nutrition education across the state of Georgia. It's been an honor to serve the seniors of Rockdale County, and we look forward to continuing to do that.
Wonderful.
In the future.
Well, thank you for taking time out of your
course.
busy schedule to be here today. Tell me a little bit more about your company, if you don't mind. Are there other things that you offer?
Absolutely.
Through your program?
It's comprehensive nutrition care. We believe that food is medicine, so we also have dietitians on staff that can offer nutrition education and
Oh, wow.
counseling if that is of interest in the future. And we serve more than just older adults. We started as an HIV service organization in 1988 and then continued to expand to serve people navigating all types of diet-related and chronic conditions.
Very good.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Good afternoon, Commissioner.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Good.
So in order to be a part of the senior program at the senior center, which includes part of the Meals on Wheels, they do have to go through kind of a vetting process. Maybe that's not the best word, but they do have to register with the senior program or at the senior center. And then there is some information that they provide that they based on their income and things that they need. So once that is considered and looked through from the senior center staff, I apologize, then they get on the list and then they're able to receive the Meals on Wheels. So it basically just they have to be vetted through the system, and it has to be a need. There has to be a need for it, for the person to receive it.
So, is there a waiting list, or is everybody?
There is a waiting list right now, yes, there is. Hopefully, the chair talked about the senior center extension that will happen on the south side, so that will help along with getting more people and being able to serve more meals out of that location.
And how do those meals get delivered?
So they are prepared and they get delivered from our staff. So there is maybe a transportation route that's provided, and it depends on what days of the week that they receive them. So it can be, sometimes they'll prepare them sooner for when we had the cold weather, when we were shut down, so they would give them more meals for that time frame in case they could not make that delivery. But they get delivered 3 times a week, or 2 to 3 times a week, depending on the week and what they receive. So it's given by our staff, the senior center staff.
And I know our Rotary Club actually does delivery and packing for Meals on Wheels, but it's a different program out of First United Methodist Church. But do we allow volunteers to help deliver meals at the senior center?
As of right now, we do not.
Okay.
That's something we're considering that we're
Okay.
looking at, but we're not doing that right now
Okay.
because of certain requirements and things of information that's provided
Sure.
that we gather from the client
Sure.
or the customer.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'd love to look at that and see if there's opportunities to serve, because we have so many people in the community that want to be engaged and help our seniors. So
Right.
that'd be great. Thank you very much for your help. So if I could get a motion for the items we've worked on so far.
Madam
That-
Chair.
Oh, that would be 221 through 226.
Okay. I move to approve the contracts 221 through 226 as been presented. I'm sorry.
I second the motion.
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries.
Item 227 is with Patricia Blake through the Parks and Recreation Department to provide swim lessons for youth and adults at Johnson Park Recreation Center. It's a 70-30 split. It's an estimated amount of $12,000. The term is March 27, 2026 through March 27, 2027. This is through the general fund and is a budgeted item.
Okay, let me ask a question about that. There has been some interest in a class for employees. We have quite a few employees who do not swim.
That is true. Yes. This came up because in the water department, we've talked about some of their work near the reservoir and making sure that people that work out there and are out on the lake, we'd love to see them get swim lessons as well for safety reasons.
We
So-
can definitely come up with something. It's not just that she's not the only instructor. We have other instructors that are on contract, and some of our employees, our current lifeguards, do teach swim lessons as well. So we have there's a very big need for it.
Yes.
One in particular class we have a waiting list. It's very long.
Was that
Some-
yesterday's
Yes.
list? Oh, gosh. Mine. Okay, yeah.
Yes. But we do have other options, and we have other opportunities for other instructors to come on with the same 70-30 split. If it's just the space is limited, we only have one pool. So, we just need to be creative on how we schedule it.
Okay.
But that's something we definitely do with the employees for sure.
Wonderful.
We'll do a lot of things like pickleball instructions and things like that we're trying to incorporate within, it could be an HR benefit, it could be some other opportunities too.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
Item 228 is with Putnam Partners LLC through the Parks and Recreation Department for the location agreement for filming of Georgia judicial ad at the Rockdale County Courthouse. The amount is $3,500 in revenue. The term is March 29, 2026. This is through the general fund and submitted for ratification. Item 229 is with Tierra Latson through the Parks and Recreation Department for boxing fitness classes. It's a 70-30 split. The estimated amount is $12,000. The term is May 1st, 2026 through May 2nd, 2027, with option to renew 2 12-month periods. This is through the general fund and is a budgeted item. Item 230 is the Go-To Communications to the Technology Services Department for cloud-based phone demonstration. This is at no cost to the county. It's a single event demo term period. Item 231 is with Blue Raster LLC through the Technology Services Department for GIS professional services. The amount is $22,950. Is for 1-year term. Is through the general fund and is a budgeted item. Item 232 is with Conyers TH Owner LLC and Conyers Landowner LLC through the Water Resources Department. This is a maintenance bond for land acquisition, dedication of public water and sewer agreement, power of attorney, bond decrease penalty rider, utility easement agreement, and the final plat. Location is 2051 Highway 138 Northeast for 51.146 acres. The bond is $6,000 for a 2-year period. Item 233 is with Calia Incorporated Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies to the Sheriff's Office. This is 2 agreements for a publication subscription and access agreement and accreditation program for law enforcement agreement. The amount is $5,580. The contract 1 is for 1 year. Contract 2 is for 36 months. This is through the general fund and is a budgeted item. Item 234 is with Tango Tango through the Sheriff's Office for the CAT alert radios. It's $8,985 for a 3-year period. The total price is $2,995 per year. Is for 3 years through the general fund and is a budgeted item. Item 235 is with the Georgia Department of Community Affairs through the Planning and Development Department for the Homeless Management Information System Agency Participation Agreement and End User Agreement. This is at no cost and is ongoing until terminated. Item 236 is with Strategic Materials Incorporated, Ripple Glass, through the General Services Department. This is for the site agreement for collection of recycled glass. It's $500 per dumpster pickup and is to be offset by the $28 per ton rebate. This is ongoing until terminated. This is through the general fund and is a budgeted item. Item 237 is with Cone Incorporated through the General Services Department for door lock monitoring upgrades for 3 elevators. The amount is $79,501.34. This is SPLOST funded and is a budgeted item. Item 238 is with Triple R Paving and Construction LLC through the Transportation Department. This is the Ebenezer Road resurfacing project. It's change order number 1 to contract 2025-136. This is adding Ebenezer Road resurfacing at an additional cost of $690,604.15. This is to extend the term for 45 days through June 5th, 2026. This is SPLOST funded, a budgeted item, and is submitted for ratification. Item 239 is a requisition through the Stormwater Department for Vortex Services LLC for chemical lining pipe rehab project. The amount is $28,557. This is through the Stormwater Fund and is a budgeted item. Item 240 is a requisition through the Water Resources Department for AquaSmart. This is for the polyblend orthophosphate chemical for water treatment plant. The amount is $102,521 for 65,300 pounds. This is through the Water Enterprise Fund and is a budgeted item. Item 241 is a requisition through the Water Resources Department for Centas Corporation. This is for the weekly locker uniforms and cleaning goods and services for 2026. The amount is $45,028. This is through the Water Enterprise Fund and is a budgeted item. Item 242 is a requisition through the Water Resources Department for Vortex Companies. This is for the easement clearing services. The amount is $240,505.75 for clearing services plus $3,682.59 for the 1.5% performance bond for a total of $249,188.34. This is through the Water Enterprise Fund. This is a budgeted item.
Madam Clerk,
Yes.
can you hold for
Yes.
a minute? Director Peak, if you could join us.
Good afternoon, Chair, Commissioners.
Good afternoon. Can you clarify for us what that process was for clearing services?
Yes, for clearing easements. Easements, we have sewer systems, sanitary sewer lines out in the woods, off-road. So the easement clearing is to clear the brush, to clear the trees down, to be able to have access to that sanitary sewer system
Okay.
when we need to do services on it.
Okay. And does that help make sure that, like, tree roots don't wrap around our pipeline? Or?
Yes, ma'am. Possibility.
Okay.
It could help as long as you get trees down. Absolutely.
Okay.
We move the trees off of the sanitary sewer system. Of course, we know the sewer system feeds tree roots. So
Yeah.
if we move those tree roots, 9 times out of 10, we have a clear system. When we get out there, we can service it without any root infiltration.
I see. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And we have 323 of those sites. So this helps clear around
323 sites?
323 sites. Yes, ma'am.
That's why y'all are so busy all the time.
We stay busy.
All right. Very
All
good.
right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Keep
All right,
going.
thank
Okay. Item 243 is a requisition through the Water Resources Department for ESG Operations Incorporated for the Lorraine Tank interior renovation. The amount is $189,900. This is through the Water Enterprise Fund and is a budgeted item. Item 244 is a requisition through Fire Rescue Department for Zoll Medical Corporation for 8 Zoll AED, 3 BLS EMS fire packages. The amount is $25,492.96. This is through the Capital Improvement Project Fund and is a budgeted item. Item 245 is a requisition through Fire Rescue Department for the North America Fire Equipment Company, also known as NAVCO. This is for 5 battery-operated positive pressure ventilation fans and accessories. The amount is $33,700. This is through the Capital Improvement Project Fund and is a budgeted item. Item 247 is a requisition through the General Services Department for Matrix Engineering Group. This is for the additional material testing for the Judicial and Administrative Complex project. The amount is $57,470. This is JAC funded and is a budgeted item. Item 247 is a requisition through the General Services Department for DCR Media and Systems Incorporated for the JAC project audio video for the new courthouse and annex. The amount is $822,568.50. This is JAC funded and is a budgeted item. Item 248 is a requisition through the General Services Department for Electrical Contractors Incorporated for the lighting upgrade at Earl O'Neill Park Softball Complex. The amount is $422,565.14. This is SPLAST funded and is a budgeted item. Item 249, our budget amendment request. A is to the Finance Department for General Fund. This is the year-end budget amendment, net savings of $4,431,397. B is for the Finance Department for the E911 Fund for the year-end budget amendment. The amount is $106,351. And we left off at item 227.
You did? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's where we left off. I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. I move that we approve items 227 through 249 as presented.
Madam Chair, I second the motion.
All right, thank you. Do we have any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed say nay. None. The motion carries. All right, at this time, we have item number 9, board comment. Commissioner Williams, would you like to start? Commissioner Williams, would you like to start today? It's been a long day.
It has been, well, I thought she said we left out 227. I go,
Oh,
we did?
No, we got them all.
We got them all.
We left
Yes.
off. I
Yes.
didn't hear the off. Okay, so that was a really good State of the County this morning. Congratulate the PR department
Yes.
for their hard work on that.
Most definitely.
And for the chair for sharing lots and lots of information.
Thank you.
We do have our Memory Cafe still in place on the second Wednesday of every month from 3 to 5 p.m. at JP Carr Community Center. There is no cost to participants. It is for those living with dementia and their caregivers. You can't drop off your loved one. You have to stay with them. But as I visited with someone the other day, she talked about her mother had dementia, and I was telling her about the Memory Cafe, and she said it wouldn't work for her because her sundowners starts early, like 4 o'clock. And so that made me think, okay, well, maybe when we have a second senior center, we can do a morning kind of program also.
Sure.
For those who can't do it in the afternoon.
Or we could start it before that.
Or we could. Yes, we could. Those are my comments.
Okay. Thank you very much. Commissioner Smith?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you again. Wonderful job this morning.
Thank
it was
you very
beautiful.
much.
Very good job. PR, everybody said the same thing. It was very nice.
Thank
Very
you.
stately. Very good.
I agree.
Very good. All right. I want to express condolences to Congressman David Scott's family in his passing. He did a lot for Rockdale County and brought a lot of funds to Rockdale County. He worked hard to get us what we needed, and we got it. And just a note on that, the constituent services will continue. The liaison will still be here every Friday at the library from 10 to 12 until someone else has been elected. So that is still available. Excuse me, I want to also let you guys know that KCRB did a community collaboration cleanup with Publix on last Thursday, and it was a success. We had partners with Golden State Foods who allowed us to park our cars there, and they did a great job with cleaning up. It's like 30 people that came out from Publix all around to clean up our community, because we do have Publix here. So we have a great time with that collaboration with Publix. We appreciate that. And also KCRB hosted a composting workshop last Friday. It was well attended at the UGA Extension Services. That was last Friday. So it was a big success. Please look out for our future composting and other workshops that we'll be offering. And just to remind you that early voting is going on until May 15th, and they have Saturday voting this Saturday from 9 to 5, and also on May 3rd, I guess that will be this Sunday, yeah. No, is that this Sunday?
This Sunday.
May 3rd, they have voting from 10 to 3. So make sure you get out and vote. Your vote counts, your vote matters. And I would like to leave you with this. If you want to see a rainbow, you have to learn to see the rain. And those are my comments.
Thank you.
You're
How
welcome.
appropriate that we were blessed with a little rain during the drought that we're in these days. So it was a great way to welcome Danny Johnson from the North Metro Water Department. So anyway, very good. I did think the state of the county was great today. It definitely showed our patriotic spirit to everyone who came. And I definitely want to give a shout out to the public relations department and the leadership that I saw today from every person in that department.
Everybody,
who
yes.
handled whatever responsibility they had with joy on their face. And I appreciate that. So thank you. It was definitely a great day to connect with so many neighbors and business owners and people throughout the community. So I did want to let everybody know that the farmers market has started. Growing season is coming up, so we'll see a lot more of our vendors there with fruits and vegetables and an array of different products. But they're still vendors, so don't forget to come out. It's on Sundays from 1 to 4 p.m., and that is located at 1400 Parker Road, which is Wheeler Park. And so we would love to see you there. Additionally, on Wednesdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., it's at Pine Log Park, right off Highway 138. So those are two opportunities for us to get more engaged with a healthy community and bring connectivity to neighbors throughout Rockdale. So I hope to see you there in the near future. And I did want to just mention real quick, if I could have the discussion of having Andy Rogers come up for a minute and tell us real quick about an opportunity for children in our community. Yes.
Yes, so Camp Westminster is a Christian summer camp for kids ages 6 to 16. We run 7 weeks of summer camp beginning 31st of May and ending the 18th of July, a week long each. And then we have usually 3 sessions going on any given week. So we'll have something for the older kids, a day camp for younger kids, or a first-timer experience 3 nights overnight, as well as our 6-night overnight program that runs Sunday to Saturday. We hire a staff of 50 young men and women, 17 and up, usually 17, sometimes some 16-year-olds, who operate our activities, our cabin staff for these children, who mentor them during their time at camp. But ultimately, we're about the gospel of Jesus Christ, and so we're sharing our faith in Jesus Christ at camp to these children. Some of them come from Christian homes, some of them come from non-Christian homes. We work with ministry partners throughout the community, the largest of which right now is Angel Tree Camps, which is Prison Fellowship Ministries, and they're in contact with about 10,000 children, of whom at least one parent is incarcerated in Georgia or the western part of South Carolina. We have access to those children, and they come out to camp on an entirely free scholarship, which is something that their family condition and everything, they wouldn't even be thinking about camp as a possibility, but we get to bless them with that with Prison Fellowship Ministries as well. So.
Well, I'm proud to have, what you guys do right here in Rockdale County. I know a lot of kids who come to the camp from outside of Rockdale, so it's not just locals. There are people that come from all over.
Yeah, it's a cross-section
yearly
of the Atlanta
event.
area in the southeast. So we get kids from multiple states and far away from as Mississippi and the Carolinas and Florida, but primarily it's in the Atlanta area and this, and which is huge, in the area around Rockdale and Conyers.
I appreciate having another accredited partner who understands the importance of a safe environment for children during the summer. So thank you very much for all that you do over there.
Appreciate that.
All right, thank you. Okay, at this time, there are no other board comments. So, Madam Clerk, do we have a need for executive session?
No, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we'll adjourn